Walked out on me, left me standing there alone. It wouldn't even fall. I think about falling. Show me the way. You wouldn't let me stay. Then I'm done. I'm done. Turn around, forget it all. All I wanna remember is you. Turn around, forget it all. All I wanna remember is you. Is you. You had me going crazy. The touch of an angel with wings so soft. Fire like the devil with fire in his eyes. He took me by surprise and I said, turn around, forget it all. All I wanna remember is you. Turn around, forget it all. All I wanna remember is you. Is you. Is you. All I wanna remember is you.
Well, hello there. Welcome to Locals Only with Luie. I'm Luie. It's Sunday night at 8 p.m. and we're getting started right now. Tell everybody to turn the radio on. 8 to 9 o'clock. You're going to hear nothing but local music. And we've got a guest in the house tonight, Miss Tiffany Tucker. We started out with a live in the studio recording from Tiffany called Turnaround. She's sitting right over here. Me and Tiffany go way back. I'm very glad to have her on the program. How are you doing today,
I'm doing
Tiffany?
good. Thank you. Glad to have you.
She actually just helped play at a show that I did this past weekend at Los Margaritas, and she come out and played 3 songs for us to start it out, and that's the first that she had got to play, and the first that you've played anything of that I've done, and since probably the Motorcycle Club, that one.
Yeah, that's
way
been
back.
2 years ago.
Yeah, way back. And it was really great to hear your voice again, actually.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you might have to get the mic a little bit to you there.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, it's tricky.
I'm trying to be shy.
The way this
Yeah,
thing's
right.
set up. Just make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. So you're just getting back to playing again, right? You took a break and
Took a break. I had a baby.
Had a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, things change with the baby for sure.
No,
Yeah, we've got, from our band alone, there's 5 new babies in the last year and a half. So we've all kind of, did our own thing. A couple of the guys are doing some acoustic acts on their own, and I'm doing acoustic acts on my own. And it's just a lot easier to do it that way for right now while they're little. I'm trying to keep it at 1 act a month, and right now I'm like, this past weekend was the 3rd weekend in a row that I've done something.
Pulling you back
and
in.
I've got something this coming up weekend. I've got several things lined up. So, but as long as it's acoustic acts, I don't have to practice during the middle of the week. That sounds bad, doesn't it?
No.
But I'm used to,
I'm the
with
same
the
way.
band, we was practicing 2-3 nights a week, and we just do not have the time for that now. So I know it's bad for the whole music thing, but it's good for us, family. It comes first for sure. So.
No, we were talking a little off air about I don't know what goes on at them band practices or after parties that everybody's got kids, but them are totally different
Something in
than
the
anything I've
water.
ever been involved in. No.
We could have never planned it better to all have kids at the same time so they could grow up together.
So there still is a Tiffany Tucker band.
There is,
okay.
and who knows, with things rolling how they are, I keep up with everybody. We all still, jam on the side if we can, and stuff. So it's just hard to get everything tight to go back out in front of people.
Well, yeah, it is.
So as soon as we can get time for that, we'll be back.
Y'all,
sure.
you're gonna have to have like a
reunion.
a daycare center to go travel with y'all at shows. Is that
We need to get the memas and the papas
need
together.
a Tiffany Tucker nanny. She's looking right now. If anybody's interested, they're gonna need the daycare.
Daddy's pretty good with him. He's my right hand man for sure. He's taken up to him pretty well. So
No, that's good. That's good. But with 5 members and kids, that many kids, you might have to have a big playpen around inside the jam room. But no, that's cool. I look forward to actually hearing y'all get back out or whatnot. I know, and it's hard to, I talk about this all the time playing acoustic by myself. It's hard to just have a band in general.
yes,
It's hard to.
nobody knows how hard it is to keep one together and everybody be on the same page. And I was so lucky I've still been able to play with the same people for the last 4.5 years. We've had the same guys.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize
We've all switched out different. One of them went from playing drums to playing the rhythm, electric, and then he's went back to drums, then back. I mean, everybody's changed. One of them went from bass to lead electric. It's just we changed it up. I'm glad that they can play so many different instruments.
No,
I
that's
stay
cool.
on the guitar and vocals. I'm trying to shy away a little bit from the guitar just so I can focus
Really?
more on vocals. Yeah, I know.
No guitar playing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. I wouldn't expect that, actually.
I know.
No, and it's hard with the band as far as, the jobs and then the family. I mean, because it is hard to do that. I hope y'all get some coordination happening.
I know,
because
and
I know that's a lot
with
to that.
them all being born at the same time, they'll all be at the same stages at the same time. So
that
once
works
that
out,
hits, it'll be better days are to come with the coordination for sure.
Till they all start teething at the same
Right.
time.
Mhm. Yeah. Some terrible twos.
Well, we're going to come back here in just a minute. We're going to go into another song of Tiffany's. We're going to go into It Only Hurts When I'm Sober. This is a song she had done here with Axe several years back, and this is another one she just re-recorded tonight. The first song, Turn Around, was recorded tonight. This one was recorded tonight. It Only Hurts When I'm Sober. We'll be back in just a minute. This is Locals Only with Luie on 107.3 The Point.
Rain is cold pouring down on my face. Only reason that I'm here is sure I'm keeping up the pace. Just sign the papers and tell me that I'm okay. The looks that I'm getting are getting worse every day. Well, I don't need the meeting, don't wanna quit, and slowing down will just speed up the pain that I'm in. 'Cause it only hurts when I'm sober. He walks in and he shakes his head at me. And all that he wants is to just set me free. Don't care about his feelings, don't care about his heart.
right, Locals Only with Luie, 107.3 The Point. That was Tiffany Tucker, It Only Hurts When I'm Sober. We started out the show with her song Turnaround. And, well, let's talk a little bit about some of these songs. Like Turnaround, how far back does that go? Is that brand new? Or
Turnaround is pretty new. Let's see. When did I write that? That's been 2.5 years ago, I
Well,
guess.
that's not new.
I know, but I've just started playing it, which,
Oh,
you know,
okay. I got you.
I know there's a lot of hidden things that I have that people just don't know.
No, yeah, I got a bunch of stuff.
I keep songs for a while before I ever start really playing them out. There's probably 15 songs that I've written that I've never even played on stage before.
Is that because you don't feel that they're finished? Or is that you don't like them?
Or it's not the right time in my life to play them.
That makes sense, too. That makes sense.
Everything, of course, everything happens for a reason, and there's been a lot of different things that I've went through in the last 5 years of my life. And so, you know, I'm growing in writing, and so, yeah, I guess you could say that, you know, once I write a song, I may not feel it at the exact time, but then it's like all of a sudden I'll get it out and I'm like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this at a show. And then somehow, some way, it usually ends up getting played over and over again. So.
Does it change much between the time that you write it and the time you play it? Or do you finish the song and you stick with that song? Or how does that go?
I finish it. Once I finish it, well, I have added verses to songs like It Only Hurts When I'm Sober. When I recorded it for this segment, I added my extra verse on there that I didn't have years ago.
Okay,
you know.
wow.
So there's a totally new verse on that song, and I feel the song. The more I sing it, the more you know how it is. You are a songwriter.
I know exactly.
When you first write a song, you're just singing it. But when you start, the more you sing it, you feel it. You remember why you wrote it.
And you put more feeling into it.
Yeah, I love hearing the songs that that we was listening to earlier that I had pre-recorded, hearing those and then hearing myself now. You can just tell how much more emphasis you have on a song.
I completely understand that. Yeah. Most of the stuff that I've ever done has been recorded here on Locals Only with Axe, and listening back to some stuff just a couple years ago, it's ridiculous because you don't even really play them the same.
No.
Once you play it out live, it changes the whole writing concept. You write it, but until you play it out live, you don't know what you're going to emphasize.
Exactly.
Like you're saying.
Exactly.
And it changes, but that's how I finish the songs. I just play it live, and then I think it's done. I didn't realize I could add another verse later like you did.
Right.
Wow, you just totally changed my whole songwriting concept. I thought once I played it, it was done.
But I guess because just like Drinking About You, that song was actually written by Lost in Eden with Keith Wheatley.
Yes.
And they Keith was like, hey, I think you should play this song, play it at your shows, do whatever you want to with it, and I've never recorded it or anything like that, but I added my own little spin to the end of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And
that's cool.
it kind of tied up the song. There was a little bit of loose ends, I thought, to it. It kind of left you hanging, wondering where are they at now? What are they doing? So I tied in with an extra verse, and it totally makes sense now. Tim Hicks always asks me to play that song at every show that he ever has me at, and I've just recently started doing the extra verse with it. So
you're one of the first. You probably are the first artist that I played with that actually played a cover from a local band.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. So that's one of my favorite songs that I do is Drinking About You. It's a really good song.
And that's awesome. That's the way the old school stuff was. Everybody playing I would love that. I might do some Tiffany Tucker songs.
That would be awesome.
Problem is I'd have to dumb them down and change them up myself. But I mean, I think that's awesome. I really do. That you. I mean, that's the highest form of flattery to them to have somebody.
We're
do
living
that.
our own. There's all these big time bands, out everywhere, and then there's us, the locals.
Yeah.
And there is nothing better than hearing someone else sing your song. So not even just Lost in Eden, but there are so many bands out there that people don't know about.
Yeah, and
if you get to hear your song being sung, that is probably that would be my highlight of anything. You always strive to want to change somebody with your music. or else you're doing it for no reason. You know, if you're not doing it for your audience, and let them reminisce and, you know, go back to a time in their life, then you're up there for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about doing a local, everybody's playing in the same dirt. We get dirty with the same dirt, which is, you know what I mean? It's the same influences that come in. We're just different ways everybody putting it out.
Yeah.
And we're going to come right back here in just a second with Tiffany Tucker. We're going to go into a song from 2012. We were just talking about some of the older songs, and she probably, if she heard it right now, probably would cringe to listen to, because I know it 4 years ago. Wow. This is Back Home. This is one you play out a lot, right?
Yes, I do.
We will be right back with Tiffany Tucker. You're listening to Locals Only with Luie, Sunday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on 107.3 The Point. Tell somebody.
It's getting pretty loud down on Kentucky Street. The cops pulled up, but then they took a seat. Now you don't get much better than this. Can't believe all the things that I missed when I wasn't back home, where you know everyone that you meet. Back home where I got swept right off of my feet. Back home, everyone, they all know me by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. Look who just pulled in the drive. They're singing down at the Dairy Cut loud. So many reasons to call this my home. There's no way I'll ever be alone, 'cause I'm back home where I know everyone that I meet. Back home where he swept me right off of my feet. Back home where I know everyone by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. The neon lights may be nice for a while. This big old stage sure makes me smile. But there's a little town that's calling my name. It's closer to me than fortune and fame. And I'm back home where I know everyone that I meet. Back home where he swept me right off of my feet. Back home where I know everyone by name. Nowhere else will ever be the same. No one else will ever be the same.
107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie. That was Tiffany with her song Back Home. The first two songs she played tonight, she actually played tonight, which was Turn Around and It Only Hurts When I'm Sober. Back Home is one that come from 2012. That was when Axe was doing the program in 2012 or whatever that is. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of old Tiffany music on here. She's been in the studio with Axe several times. And I'm glad to have her as my third guest, but the first time she's been on Locals Only with Luie. And I know she'll be back because we could get to talking. We were just talking about talking, and we get to talking and keep on talking. So, but she does got some shows she wants to promote a little bit. She said she's going to do one show a month, but now she's reading off an entire tour to me, is what it sounds like. But what do you have coming up, Tiffany?
It got a little bit carried away. I was wanting to do one show a month, but let's see here. We've got July July the 16th, we've got Rockin' the Tracks with Hello Wicked Hicks Productions.
Yes.
Tim and Jamie are going to be doing that, and I think it's going to be in with the Irvington Railroad Festival, I believe is what they're doing.
That's what, and there's a lot
There's
of bands gonna be on
11
there.
or 12
There's-
bands that's going to be up there. It is amazing. We went I was actually pregnant
Yeah,
last.
we played that. I did see you last
We
year
played
when
the
you was
last.
pregnant, 'cause we
We
both
did it
played
in
that show, yeah.
November or October? October,
it
I
was
think.
still hot. I got sunburned.
Yeah. It was.
Remember?
It was.
It probably was.
It was
early
sometime
October
later
or
last
something.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we did that show, but they're going to be doing it this year earlier in the year. We've got that one. Then we've got July 23rd. I will be at my hometown, Litchfield, Kentucky, with Rough River Pizza Company. It is a awesome pizzeria that we have there in town. And they do karaoke on Friday nights and live music every Saturday night. They have somebody in doing acoustic shows. It ranges from, they've got one-man bands to 5-6 people that get up there and do nothing but acoustic.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
So
It's right
it's
up my
really
alley.
neat. It's very nice. And they've got great food. And then we've got July 29th. I'm going to be singing at the Sports Page from 8 to 12 Eastern Time. It's a new bar in Brandenburg. It's an amazing bar. Of course, it's a sports bar, but it is super clean, super huge, big enough to hold many, many people. And I played there last weekend. Yeah, I played there last weekend, and it was so fun to do. So that's with Wesley Wright. He's one of my good buddies that I used to bartend for.
Okay.
He was one of my customers.
Is that the owner?
And now he's the owner of his own bar.
I
So,
gotcha.
yeah. And then I've got August the 6th. We're going to do a big thing for Rough River Pizza Company. It'll be their 1 year of opening, so we're going to do that again. And that'll be pretty much all afternoon, 4-ish until about 10, 11 o'clock. May go
Is there
longer.
going to be more than one act?
Going to be, me and Tyler will be singing. Tyler's one of my good buddies. I've grown up with him since we were very, very young kids.
Gotcha.
Didn't even have music in mind. And,
Gotcha.
and we were little, and we've grown up, and now he just sits and plays his own songs. I play my own songs, and then we may play a couple together. And
That's cool. That's the way
so
I like doing
she
it,
likes
too.
to keep us booked together. It's just easier to do it that way. And Tiffany and Tyler, that kind of goes
Yeah,
together.
I gotcha.
So.
I gotcha.
And
TNT.
yeah, and then let's see here. I'll be doing August the 13th. I've got a biker bash in, let's see, I guess that would be Vine Grove area. And I'm not for sure on the times on that yet, so it's a little bit far out.
Well, now people can find out about you on
They can find out on
right?
Facebook. Tiffany Tucker Music on Facebook, the like page. You can come and like me. And let's see, we've got Tiffany Tucker Music, Tiffany Tucker Band, or just Tiffany TNT Tucker. Any of those, you can get a hold of me if you want to book anything. Take it easy on me because I'm booked up for the next couple months.
So when's the European tour start?
Right.
Is what I'm wondering.
And then I've got one more August 26th from 8 to 12 Eastern Time at the Sports Page again. And that will be my actual acoustic act of just getting up there and singing again. So
Just by yourself.
yeah.
Well, listen, like she said, get on Facebook. You can find out more information about her and all her shows. I'm sure you post event pages or
Yes.
post flyers or something, whatnot. And it sounds like she's got a lot going on. So look her up, Tiffany Tucker on Facebook, Tiffany Tucker Band, Tiffany Tucker Music, Tiffany TNT Tucker. Look her up, check her out. Listen, I've known Tiffany for ages. We've tried to play a few times. We have played a few times. We've winged it a couple of times.
Yeah, we winged it.
And we've played some shows together, so we go way back. I'm glad to see you out playing again.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
good to
is
be back.
excited to see you out playing and hear your voice out again.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming in the studio. I
You're
appreciate it. You're my third guest, and I appreciate
I'm
you
glad
being
to
in
be
here.
your third guest.
And I appreciate you doing the show the other night for us.
Yes.
And whatnot.
It was wonderful.
And we're gonna head out here for a minute, and that's it. That's all we're gonna have tonight. We're gonna go into some music. Actually, I'm gonna go into some Native Sons. They were in the studio last week. This is gonna be Native Son Eternal. One more time, Tiffany Tucker. Thank you very much. You're
welcome.
listening to Locals Only with Luie on 107.3 The Point every Sunday night, 8 to 9 p.m. Here's some Native Son.